In this video, you will learn what change orders are in foundation repairs. Change orders are not something most people like to use. It's usually used wrong, and we try not to use them unless the buyer wants to. In this video, we are going to cover what is a change order, common industry reasons for change orders, common Dalinghaus reasons for change orders, and what is change order abuse. So a change order is literally that. It's a change in work that was originally proposed for the project. So when something comes up that is typically unforeseen, or a client wants to add something or even remove something, we do a change order, which is a negative or a positive amount to reflect the changes in work based off our discovery or at the client's request. So some common reasons for change orders is often we discover something. As we start to do the work, we come across something which would affect our scope of work. Or we may be working on a home and a client pulls back their flooring the week before we get there, and they discover a crack that's running through their slab, and they say, hey, I'd like to repair this crack. Can you guys add that to the scope of work? And so that would be something that we would add, give them the price and say, hey, this is what it would cost to repair this. As for the other ones, if we are digging a hole and we come across something that may be in our way or may need to be adjusted, like a water line, something like that would need to be capped and reconnected when we're done. In that case, we would need to hire a plumber, or the homeowner would need to hire a plumber at that point, and that would be another example of a change order. So we have a depth clause within a change order, and that can pertain to peers, but in this case, that is not the case. The depth clause that is in our contract relates only to the depth of the footing. So the footing depth, we give an estimate of 18 to 24 inches, which is a standard. If it's past that, it tends to take us a significant amount of time to dig, and so you can possibly get a change order for that, depending on how much extra labor we would have to put into the work, anything past 24 inches. So we will come across footings sometimes that are 5 feet deep. So our guys will be in a hole digging down to 5 feet, which tends to take a little bit more time than we've already allotted inside the price. But the standard for a footing is 18 to 24 inches, and most homes are around there. There's a lot of contractors out there that tend to take advantage of the fancy change order, and how they take advantage of that is they tend to underbid the project off the beginning in order for a client to sign, and so then they will come in later, all the while knowing ahead of time that they're going to issue a change order for additional work, but they do it to try and get you to sign, so they get you hooked, and then later on, after they've already started the work, they would then give you a change order for obviously like a positive amount, not a negative amount. So also with change order issues or abuse, if you will, not only will some contractors try and trick you by going in a lower price and then giving you a change order, but the change order, when they do give it to you, is significantly higher than the original scope of work should have even been. And so they do that to try and tack on extra money because you are already locked in at that point. So not only could you get a change order when you shouldn't have gotten one in the first place, but they make it more expensive because they feel like they're in a position to take advantage. So we as a company, we try and stay away from change orders. We will have them from time to time. We have a very small percentage of our jobs have change orders, typically around 5% of our jobs. On average, we fix around 500 homes a year. And so if we do give a change order, we're really hoping it's going to be a negative, because we want you as the customer to be happy and not upset that you're getting a change order for a positive amount and having to spend more money. So we do our best to absorb costs when we can, but keep those change orders to a minimum because we really want to stay focused on our original scope of work, and we really want you guys to know that when we give you a price, that's what it is. Now, things come up, and that happens from time to time, good and bad. And so we always hope that it's the negative instead of the positive change order. But sometimes if we do have to issue positive change orders, we have a conversation with you and we go over everything, and you have to agree to it before any changes are done for the scope of work, because we will not do the work unless you've already agreed to it. So I hope that helps. I hope you guys understand a little bit more about change orders, the good, the bad, the ugly. We want to be completely transparent with the information that we give. Follow up with going to our Learning Center on our website. It has a lot of information, it has a lot of videos, it has a lot of articles. And obviously always ask the questions. Ask the questions to the rep. You can call into the office and get a hold of the correct person. We'll tell you anything that you need to know, especially before you sign a contract, because we want to make sure that you're comfortable with doing work with us and the scope of work in general that you're going to do, and make sure that you have a full understanding of what we're going to be doing at your house from start to finish. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video, and remember, never settle.